Hello, hello, everybody. Scorpion Goddess here. Grand Rising, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope good. Um, I'm looking a little tired right now. I've been working way too much, but it's about to be over. Hallelujah. Woo! Anyways, today's video, I really wanted to talk about something that I kind of just figured out about a year ago, to be honest with you. And I felt kind of stupid when I came to this realization. But you know what? We all here on earth to live and learn, right? So now that I figured this shit out, I'm like, okay, let's share the truth, because that's what the energy of Ma'at does. And I don't know if y'all know about Ma'at, but Ma'at is a goddess, and she is the energy of truth, power, authority, grace, and order. She's a very authoritative, powerful energy, but she stands on truth. She represents truth. She seeks truth, and she speaks truth. Anyways, but yeah, so like, unbeknownst to me, there's a lot of men out here, and I'm not talking about young men either, but it could be men secretly compete with women. And I never realized this till last year. But that's a little sick in the head. It shouldn't be that way. Because first of all, God created man and woman. There's two sexes. We both have a different role to fulfill. Okay? You have divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. So man and woman, or divine feminine and divine masculine, should not be competing against each other. First of all, I don't believe in competition. Really, I don't, because there's more than enough abundance circulating this planet that nobody should have to compete for shit. First of all, that's an illusion. But, there is no competition. The competition comes from this social media and keeping up with the Joneses and, oh, look at what she got. Look at what he got. Oh, did you see the new house so-and-so bought? Did you see the new car so-and-so got? Did you see them new limited edition $5,000, $50, $100 sneakers that Joe down the street got? And ooh, man, who gives a fuck, first of all? But that's where it all comes from. People comparing themselves to other people outside of them. And it's stupid. But you only should be competing with yourself. Yeah, y'all, look, I lost a nail. And yes, these are my natural nails. You'll see that. There ain't no nail tip. That's my nail. That's my nail. Anyways, should be all right. I'll fix it later. Gotta go to work soon. Even though I'm out here, it's like 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, doing my first job. Then I'm going back to work late. Anyways, but yeah, if you're going to compete, you should compete with yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can be. But some men, they're just jealous. There's 4 men that I figured out that really was secretly competing with me for many years, and I had no fucking clue. 2 of them are married. 2 of them are single, never married. And that don't matter. It's just, but for both of the married men, the jealousy and the hatred and the envy part kicks in, where it's like, you chose to marry whoever you chose to marry for whatever reason. Not my business. Don't care. Who the fuck is he honking at? I don't know. Not me. And then you realize it didn't work out for whatever reason, but you stay in the relationship for whatever reason. Again, not my business. Really don't give a fuck. But you're miserable. Then you got responsibility on top of responsibility on top of responsibility. Now you don't have your freedom. You're not single no more. You can pretend to be single and do what you want, but the reality is you're not. And you got to go back home to your reality, and it slaps you in the face when you walk in the door. But you want to stalk and hang on to people like me that maybe you really did love, and I'm single. I'm free. I don't have baby daddy drama. And I structured my life consciously and purposefully that way, because I am conscious about now, after my second baby, because I was engaged to that man. And I was engaged to him. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. It didn't work out, and we had 3 different wedding dates, and all 3 of those days something tragic happened and we could not go get married. So that's God right there that stopped it from happening, because I was not meant to marry that man. And it's okay. I see why now. At first I was upset and blah blah blah, but point is, like, you have to be conscious about your decisions. If you out here screwing around being a little whoremonger or whatever the hell, hey, to each his own, man. Whatever floats your boat. But be smart about it. Use a damn condom. You really want to knock up a bitch, 1, you don't even know. And 2, later on find out she's a fucking tragedy and a half. Nothing but chaos and destruction and filthy, toxic, putrid energy. Ooh, I gotta make a whole video about putrid energy. Like, that's its own fucking thing. And I learned that the hard way. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, be conscious about your decisions. You can get drunk and have fun and play all day. But anyways, that's just the point. So there's some men that be hating on other women because they do have their freedom. They are single. They don't have to answer to nobody. They don't have a baby daddy that's trying to dictate and fucking suffocate every aspect of their life and control them and all that. You know? But then you got the single men out here that be hating on some women because they don't have a car and you do. Or they don't have a house and you do. So they don't have a job and you do. Because you look healthier than they do. Or, you know, shit like that. But it's like, you're way more grown than me. I'm 34 going on 35 this October. These men are in their 40s and 50s. That's sad. That's scary. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to put nobody down. Because again, we're all here to live and learn, and I don't judge people. But when I learn things about myself or my life that God shows me, if you know better, you got to do better. And if you know better and you don't do better, well, shame on you. You're going to have some repercussions at some point in your life because God knew and you knew that you knew better and you chose not to do better. That's called ignoring the lesson. So there's karma for that. There are consequences for that. You don't have to believe it. You could choose to ignore it. But deep down inside, if you know what you know and you know what the truth is and the truth is what the truth is, and hey, at some point in your life, you got to suck it up and do what you got to do because you know it's just got to be done. But if you sit there and ignore it your whole entire life and never do what you got to do, then there's consequences for everything. Myself included, trust me. I've been through a lot of consequences of self-inflicted pain, things that I did to myself that I didn't realize was hurting me or my life in some way. And that's why I've changed so much. The bottom line is, men should not be competing with women, and women should not ever be looking at a man and trying to compete with a man either. You know? And I feel like maybe some men perceive me that way, that I'm trying to be better than a man. No, not at all. I am not a man. I'm a woman. I'm a goddess, okay? Divine feminine energy right here. I do not want to be a man. I do not want to look like a man. I do not want to act like a man. I am not a man. Yes, I do have masculine energy. And yes, I do have to sometimes make that stronger than my feminine energy when I need to. So I will pull back on my feminine energy and release more of my masculine energy in a certain situation if I have to. But in my normal day-to-day life, I am mostly in my feminine energy. But we have to live in a balance of both. And that's where I'm doing a pretty good job, actually, of staying balanced with my masculine and feminine energy. And, you know, it's really a beautiful experience once you recognize the two energies, because all men have masculine and feminine energy, and all women have all masculine and feminine energy. We both have both. It's our job to balance them. Just like we all both have light and dark. It's our job to balance them. You can't have one without the other. Doesn't mean you shouldn't have either one and only claim the dark side and have zero light, or only claim the light side and have zero dark. No, we all have both of that too. And it's up to us. Are we going to balance the scales or not? Are you going to let one tip over this way or that way? Or are you going to try to keep it level like this? You know what I mean? But no, women should not be comparing themselves to men's either. Men, excuse me. It's just a point. Like, that's sick in the head, you know? No, let's stop that. Men, do not compare yourselves to women. And women, do not compare yourselves to men. And let's not even compete with each other. Men, stop competing with other men. And women, stop competing with other women. Be the best you can be. There's something in your life that ain't right. Do everything in your power at your pace with whatever you have access and availability to you at that time to change it in a positive way. And some things are going to take a lot longer to change. Oops, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to switch hands. That's it. Things take time. Stuff don't happen overnight like that. It just don't happen. But yeah, it's something that I really felt the need to bring to people's attention, because it's not healthy and it's not normal. And this is causing problems in home life. This is causing problems in relationships. This is causing problems in broken families. This is causing problems in marriages. This is causing problems with all the single people out here trying to find a life partner, a real high vibrational life partner. But we can't have a high vibrational life partner if we're not our own high vibrational being ourselves. And yeah. And this might piss a lot of men off, but the reality is, if you really want to compete with women, y'all don't really want to do that. You really